American University's Gay, Lesbian, Transgender, and Ally Resource Center is holding a discussion about Black gay experiences tonight. The discussion is in celebration of Black History Month. Students are expected and excited for tonight's panel.
In the Black community, we don't actually fully explore these issues. So we don't really fully explore the intersections of race within the queer community, and we don't really explore queer identity within different racial communities.
I think
The discussion starts at 7 at the School of International Service in the Founders Room.
Facebook has added some new profile options, making the site more inclusive of different lifestyles. Karina Stanquist has more.
Categorize, label, classify, and tag yourself in many ways. And as of this week, that includes the relationship options, civil union, or domestic partnership. After much lobbying from gay rights groups, Facebook made the changes for users in countries where the terms legally apply. At the American University Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, and Transgender Resource Center, Matt Bruno says that even though the term refers to an unequal legal status, the change is positive.
I don't think it's letting people settle. I think it's making people aware that some people have to settle.
Bruno and others also say they'd like to see changes to the strict male-female sex options.
I would like to see it like kind of religion, where you get to fill in, especially for gender. I think that would be great. For people who don't really get why we would want more than two genders or two sexes to be available as options on Facebook, would open up the conversation.
Some activists say the change has been a long time coming.
For somebody to add the category domestic partner, fine, but am I supposed to be enormously grateful? I mean, I've been a gay rights activist for more than 30 years, and I'm actually getting damn impatient.
Rosendahl says he's encouraged by the change, a sign that gays are being recognized as an online and economic force.
But I think they wouldn't have done it if it were not in their own best interest as they see it.
The Facebook changes only apply in the US, UK, Australia, Canada, and France. In countries like Spain, which legalized gay marriage in 2006, the options remain the same, ranging from it's complicated to widowed to just plain married. For District Wire News, I'm Karina Stenquist.
Maryland residents may have to put more money on their bar tabs. State legislators are considering a proposed alcohol tax increase. Healthcare advocates have been pushing the so-called dime a drink bill for several years to balance the budget. The bill failed in the last session, but supporters sent letters yesterday urging lawmakers to approve the tax in this session. Maryland hasn't increased its tax on wine or beer for almost 40 years.
Credit card holders are facing furious spikes in interest rates and forking over much less in late fees. These findings, released by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, come after 1-year anniversary of new credit card laws. The laws give consumers more clarity when it comes to their credit card bill. It also makes it more difficult for card companies to hike interest rate after a late payment. The Bureau is a recent addition to the Federal's reserve system and exists to provide more transparency and fairness for the customers.
The zoo is finding new homes for their 20-plus farm animals after recent budget cuts. Parents protest the closing and argue the Kids Farm provides an educational value that kids won't be able to get anywhere else. Danny Rizzo has the story.
The Smithsonian's National Zoo is closing the Kids Petting Farm and Pizza Playground to meet budget cuts this spring. And while the president's budget actually calls for a $100,000 increase to the overall budget, the Smithsonian is instead slicing the zoo's funding by $500,000 for other programs. Parents are upset that by taking away the Kids Farm, there will be no exhibits at the zoo specifically for their younger children.
There's not a lot of stuff for little kids to do at the zoo that they can actually physically have their hands on. So if they get rid of the petting zoo and this, then there won't be anything left for really little ones.
The children's farm here at the National Zoo has only been around since 2004, but that's been plenty of time for it to become a favorite of kids and parents alike.
We come here probably 6 times a year, year-round, and the petting zoo is lots of fun. My kids love it, and it will be terrible if they close it.
There's even a new Facebook group dedicated to saving the petting zoo and pizza playground. The group is staging a possible pet-in this Saturday to protest the closing of what they call an educational exhibit that teaches their kids about animals and where food comes from.
How much chances do you have to touch an actual animal that is not a pet? So it's nice to get them anyway. It's sort of sad that they're going to get rid of all the stuff that they already have.
The Kids Farm costs $250,000 a year to operate, and because it hosts no endangered animals, zoo directors say it was the easiest exhibit to lose and the alternative to cutting jobs. For the 20 donkeys, alpacas, cows, goats, and rabbits that call the Kids Farm home, the zoo says they're working hard to find them all new homes. And while it might not help save the Kids Farm, the National Zoo will make its Learning Channel debut on the hit show DC Cupcakes this Friday. In honor of the episode, Georgetown Cupcake is selling a Gone Bananas inspired cupcake until March 4th. All proceeds will benefit the zoo's conservation programs. For District Wire News, I'm Danny Rizzo.
After the break, we'll show you which local town scored a spot on the list of destinations in the country. We have a full report on historic attraction coming up on District Wire News.